Recently, I played through Destiny 2 Forsaken one last time with the help of some friends so we could say goodbye to Cayde forever. Or until later, I'm still not really sure how the sunsetting stuff works. The following is a completely accurate summary of the campaign. Trust me. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. The game begins by immediately spoiling the climax of the first act, because Bungie really loves to let the audience know that a character is going to die, especially Cayde. Literally every advertisement for this DLC was, "This is the one where Cayde dies." E-Boy taunts at Cayde lying on the ground, and Cayde says the second best line in all of Destiny.
How's your sister?
And we cut to some time earlier, where we arrive with Cayde to an old folks' home to meet up with the Queen's Gambit, who shows us a knife trick and then fills us in that there's a prison riot going on because apparently it's not a big deal or anything that all the prisoners are out of their cells and destroying things. We've got time to goof around. Cayde jumps off of a cliff to his death. That's not a joke, he definitely just fell off and died and had his ghost res him at the bottom. And we decide to take the front door like a normal person. Lame. I annoy Quinn and Matt by playing Destiny like Halo and hipfire my way through the prison to Queen's Gambit, who I repeatedly shoot in the head, but she's immune to getting shot, even though Cayde isn't. We do some minor parkour through the prison and watch Cayde fall off of a cliff again, but luckily he got a hold of a shank before he became a pancake. The shank is also immune to getting shot. We meet back up with Cayde, who's trying to get the prison security back online, but the Flood, the Hive, are getting in the way, so we ask them politely to leave and gently clean up their goop from the machines. Cayde does some sci-fi gobbledygook and I punch a thrall, because I am a Titan. It's what I do. After performing tech support with extreme prejudice, Cayde lets us know that we've got to go hit another button, so we head off to shoot through more cannon fodder and activate the terminal. And now we're all done. The prison's back in working order, all the prisoners are either back in their cages or splattered across the floor, and, looks like someone escaped their cell. Cayde needs to get to the bottom floor quickly, so he decides to do it in the most Cayde way possible, shooting this thingy and then riding it down like he's at a rodeo. This is the single greatest shot in all of Destiny ever. Also, Cayde gets pancaked and dies at the bottom of the shaft, but that's okay, he recovers. Cayde gets attacked by new enemy type reskin and does some Cayde things on them, and hey, that's cheating! You can't just use two different supers back to back. I want to do that. Then Cayde impales a guy with his horn, so I guess it's not just for show, and brings out his ghost to heal him, but it gets sniped and destroyed, which means Cayde can't go jumping off any more cliffs because he wouldn't recover anymore. This thingy uses Cayde to invent a hole in the wall, and then we run downstairs to find out what happened. And along the way, we get a good look at the Scorn cells.
Pale incel fallen.
Pale incel fallen.
Except instead of hating women, they hate servitors.
Servitors could be women. They're just e-girls inside. They're physically a ball, but they're e-girls underneath.
Well, that's why the Fallen worship the servitors, is because they're just big boobers.
No, but Fallen have sex. Fallen can't be incels, because they have fallen babies.
Yeah, but the Scorn are incel fallen, because they're jealous of all the other fallen getting all the ether from the servitors, and then they take out their anger on servitors, and they're all pale and weird. They don't go outside.
You know, that really recontextualizes the name of the fanatic.
We go through event, and the expected happens because I'm playing with Matt.
We need another way.
Oh my god, he's doing a Moogus.
Oh my god.
It wasn't even Matt this time.
Oh my god, that's the imposter. That guy's looking hella
Shut up!
Scream Mogus.
Everyone channels my YouTube comments while I fight an ogre.
Okay, just please grenade launcher this thing. It's gonna take forever.
GL. Holy fuck! God, you guys are
doing the no heavy ammo challenge.
Hey, I haven't played this in 2 years, okay?
Yeah, but Big Gun do more damage.
Yeah, well, also Big Gun never has any ammo.
You've had full ammo on Big Gun the entire time.
Yeah, because I wasn't using it. This is a keeping healing potions deal. And we catch up to Cayde and get a good look at E-Boy, who runs off like a little bitch after showing us that he stole Cayde's gun, but that's okay, I've got my own already. Despite the fact that Cayde is about to die, he's still cracking jokes and tells us to let the two idiots at the tower know that he loves them. Which we're not going to do because we never speak, and also I don't like Zavala. Also, Queen's Gambit shows up at the very tail end of the cutscene and says one word before it fades to black. Okay then. Cut to the tower, where Ikora suggests we take revenge on E-Boy by gathering every single available Guardian and busting down his door to punch him into a paste. But Zavala refuses because he's a little bitch. Yeah, I know he had his reasons that are explained after the fact, and this decision is fairly justified, but come on. We all had the same reaction after this moment. Fuck that guy. Also, we speak for the first time.
You won't have to. Uldren Sov is mine.
Oh my god, I'm Paladin Dance. And now we're off to punch Uldren Sov in his bitch face. Cut to E-Boy, who's looking a little possessed by an ancient shape-shifting creature bent on escaping its prison, who monologues at his incel army and gifts them the Tangled Shore, before Mommy Sov shows up and convinces E-Boy to murder everyone he's ever known because it'll release her from her prison. And then the cutscene starts over because, of course, I broke something. I break every game I touch. We've got to call this like Willy Osso's Law. If I can play a game, I will break it. We arrive at the Tangled Shore, a wretched hive of scum and villainy, and get a little lost before something else breaks because I'm still playing the game. We fight an arbitrary amount of waves of enemies before meeting the itsy bitsy spider, who is looking a lot more largy bargy. No, that's not a good name. Biggie Smalls? Mimi Big Boy? Is that even relevant anymore? You know what? We'll just go with Fat Ranchula. Tally came up with that one. What was going on in this cutscene? Oh, right. We made a deal with Fat Ranchula to do some cookie-cutter Tangled Shore bounties as a time waster so we can actually get back to doing real story missions. Here's some highlights. Prove to the spider you can trust him by acquiring and completing his bounties. Oh, fuck you. Really? Fucking side mission grinding bullshit.
They're easy bounties from what I remember, but yeah.
Do you forget that you're playing a Destiny game?
Yeah, gotta pad out the runtime. Quinn's not holding a gun.
I'm dancing.
Oh, you're not dancing on my screen.
Yeah, you're just holding a gun on my screen.
Neither of you are holding guns, actually.
Well, I'm holding a gun now.
Try
What the fuck is going on?
Are we like desyncing? Because I am emoting here. I'm dancing
Yeah,
right now.
I know. Can you see me emoting?
Your gun just goes away, and I see the little prompt.
Should we walk out and walk back in?
Unpatrol,
So,
can they?
does it work here? Can you see me emitting?
Yes.
Yeah.
Try
I think we
dancing?
just have to walk through the load zone at the same time.
This is not a problem I've ever had before, though. Is the
Oh,
thing.
I know. It's because we're with Will, and Will breaks everything.
Okay, it's
Okay, it's working.
Fucking quit doing a sexy dance to fucking hillbilly music.
Wait,
You know
are,
what? I can just play the music over the footage. Like, we don't actually
That's
have
true.
to hear it.
well, whenever you feel like you have, I'm sure you feel you do have ample footage now.
I have plenty of
Okay.
footage. Yeah.
Bunnies!
And it
Oh,
just
right,
started
it
playing. It just
Oh
started
my
playing.
god. That was so...
Fuck you, Destiny.
Nice. Always love to hear whatever that was.
Guardian down.
Oh my lord, Will.
What happened?
Nothing.
They're basically making it impossible to AFK farm starting next season, which is good.
Well, every company says that, but then somebody finds out how to do it anyways.
Guess so.
Am I about to get crushed?
Yes. It's gonna land like right where you are if it's the cryopod. Landed on both of you.
What? Spider just wasn't there for a sec. After turning in our bounties, Fat Ranchula lets us know that we're friends now. Does this mean I need to make a cast avatar for him? Anyways, he gives us the location of the Scorn Cell's parents' basement so we can go and punch them. We help Fat Ranchula's associates recover their drugs and they help us assault the Scorn Cell's base. Hi! Oh, whoop, my ultimate's not ready. I thought it was. So I made a funny noise for no reason.
That should stay in.
And I fight the Hangman all by myself and it goes about as well as you'd expect. The Barons get away, so now we have to watch Fat Ranchula's animated slideshow that he spent all afternoon on trying to impress us. The first target, the writer. Which writer? The guy who wrote Red War? Oh, not that kind of writer. We slow ride across the Great Barrier Reef after the pollution and global warming finally destroyed the last of it, and chase down the Lowrider, who is a little higher. And then Mat 1 phases them, and the mission is over early. Well, right then. Up next, George Metzke. This mission is mostly just standing underneath bombs to defuse them as you fight an arbitrary amount of waves of enemies. We make our way to Metzke's boss chamber, and then the game soft locks. So we restart the mission, and it soft locks again. So, third time's the charm, and we all slowly make our way to the boss chamber at the same speed so no one gets soft locked out of it. And then Tally and I just slow dance while Matt does all the work. There better be fan art of this. After defeating the bomber, the base is set to explode, so we defuse the bombs and beat the mission where we took a bit of a break. And then I didn't remember to do the one thing that I was supposed to do. start the recording again. So we completed the entire Hangman mission off screen. Here's a quick recap. The Hangman wanted us to solve his riddle, but we're bad at puzzles, so we shot him in the face. Now you're all caught up. Now we're after the trickster, whose gimmick is that they're a cock tease. But then something unfortunate happened. Where... What am I doing up here? Destiny's server maintenance will begin momentarily? Oh no. No.
Uh-oh.
Was it actually 9 p.m. our time?
Is it? No, it was. Is it 9 p.m. your time?
Gotta be.
Quinn, you said it was 9 p.m. your time, right?
Are destroyed.
Hold on.
Trace the source of the
Or 9 p.m. Pacific?
Guardian down.
Matt, why did I follow you? What is wrong with me? Okay, we're not stuck. Alright, get her low and I want to punch. Okay, never mind.
We're speedrunning well.
Okay.
And then we killed the Mindbender, and then we killed...
Like, really fast, really quickly. We gotta
You have
get
to
going.
launch us into
We
the
have
Mindbender
we have
right
12
now.
minutes to beat Forsaken.
Oh no!
No! No!
Dream's dead.
So, yep, turns out our information about when the Destiny servers would go down was incorrect, and we didn't finish. So instead, I've drawn the rest of the end of the game to my friends narrating. We beat the Trickster, what's next?
The Mindbender.
We meet the Mindbender.
And then we go and we fight the Mindbender in his little throne world of sicko shit where he has posters of like hive bitches up on his wall. And then after we do that, then it's the mechanist? Mechaneer? Whatever the fuck his name
The
is.
machinist.
Machinist.
Yeah, and then you go to his lair, and then you build the tank, and then you drive the tank around, shoot everything, and then you go and just shoot him, and then he's dead. Then it's the Rifleman, and after you chase the Rifleman around for like 5 minutes, he finally is like, alright, let's have a duel, and then you just kill him. And then after that, you fight the Fanatic, and the Fanatic is the easiest piece of shit ever, and you just kill him. And then
Except
you
he's
watch...
like a guard. He has magic. He can come back.
Yeah, he's eternally reviving himself.
We kill the meatball because the meatball eats Uldren Sov.
So then we don't fight Riven as part of the campaign. You have to do that as a DLC thing.
No. It's what is the meatball called? The voice of
The
Riven?
voice of Riven, yeah. Well, and then indeterminately by you and or Petra, he is killed.
And then everyone lived happily ever after, except for Cayde. He's still dead. Special thanks to my barons for supporting the channel. Wait, wrong script. Special thanks to my patrons for supporting the channel. If you want to support the channel as well, you'll get your own custom avatar that'll go at the end of the videos that you helped support that month.